Clarence Thomas.
That's the plans for.
We talked about this already. Clarence Thomas unintentionally opened the door for a new type of affirmative action. We know he got something coming for lineage-based, or at least he opened the door for lineage-based reparations, especially when he used the lanage of freedmen.
I don't think he unintentionally opened the door. I think he intentionally opened this door.
If you read his opinion, he all but said it. Well, he brought up freedmen.
Oh, look what he did. He knew exactly what he was saying when he said
all I'm gonna say is
lineage-based.
Clarence Thomas, as far as we know, back in maybe it was college years, was a black separatist.
But somehow ended up marrying a white woman.
Somehow he ended up with a white woman. I'm just saying.
Okay, how is this song worse than 90% of the garbage rap out here? Rapping about murdering and griping and driving and drive-bys. Yes, it's true.
The hip-hop that do that is the worst thing for our community.
Travis is white passing personified. No, I'm not. The U.S. is third world country and a
well-dressed suit.
You know what?
Bottoms up.
Ever since COVID, the U.S. is definitely on the decline as far as how it looks. It's bad out here.
Go ahead.
They rotate people all over the White House. This is a usual situation. Okay, Honorable Sienna, we'll go with what you said.
We'll go with it. Maybe I don't keep up with it enough. Maybe I only
and don't just think I'm talking about the women. The women are the only one that's getting passed around in the White House.
Oh yeah, the dudes is too. But yeah, maybe I'm not. Maybe I haven't paid attention to enough. I'm trying to think of a situation where a person who was in the White House. Well, no. I mean, normally when people leave and come back, it's under a different administration.
True.
Normally, maybe that's what I know, what I've seen. But normally it's under a different administration, not in 3 years' time.
But you also have to ask, why is Keisha Bottoms getting rotated so much in the White House? Why is she so important? What is she bringing to Joe Biden's administration for him to want to keep her in the White House? Is it because she's a black woman and she appeals to the black voting?
Well, remember when she was mayor of Atlanta, they offered her the job to be the Caribbean
ambassador to one of those Caribbean countries.
She said no. I thought she was going to run for president, but she ended up going and working somewhere, some network she ended up working with. Then she went to the White House. I think you might be right. Maybe that he's using her as I don't know.
He could be using her as saying, I have a black woman in my administration
that you like.
And she's going to be a face for that. And black women will keep voting for me.
Brenda said
they're all political concubines.
Rotating them bottoms. All right, let's get to this. Activists split over whether reparations should go to black immigrants. Every city is having this argument. California, Illinois, New York.
We're not going to talk about California. They're not giving out
money,
cash payments.
Representing them.
So there's nothing to be said.
All right. I'm not going to read the whole article. I'm going to jump around. So when the city announced earlier this year that it would consider giving reparations to its black residents, it was heralded as another victory for the national movement to offer recompense for the legacy of slavery and Jim Crow segregation. The city has played a key role in financing the slave trade and has set site of fierce resistance to integration. Now, advocates say it is time to address the lingering damage. But as the mayor started choosing numbers for the Boston task force, the city quickly became one of the chief battlegrounds for the adjacent fight playing out within the black community. Should reparation programs be limited to people who trace their ancestry back to American slavery, or should they include black immigrants who came to the country by choice? The debate highlights tension within Americans' rapidly changing black community and risk factoring the movement that is already struggling to go mainstream to gain mainstream acceptance. It could also shape the reach and ultimate price tag of reparations program being developed in more than a dozen states and cities across.
He's from Macon, Georgia.
The country.
Honorable.
Macon,
Georgia.
So when you go through this, it says after centuries of shared history, the black American community is increasingly heterogeneous, and the division is showing up in attitudes about the need for reparations, according to the 2023 Washington Post survey. 75% of black Americans think the federal government should pay reparations, including 77% of the native-born black people compared to 59% of foreign-born black people.
Well, of course the foreign-born people would be opposed to it because they don't qualify.
You don't qualify.
So you're not going to be for reparations when we're telling your asses you ain't getting shit and get the fuck out of here.
So a California panel has recommended billions in reparations for the black residents, but it could exclude anyone who could not trace their lineage in the United States back to 1900. Smaller reparations programs launched by cities in Rhode Island and Illinois have not made a distinction, and black immigrants are able to apply.
Mad tunnels in the White House, I'm just saying, because she's a real black woman. Unlike the Caribbean, like that Indian woman, Native American woman said on what's his name?
I'm a real
Phil
Indian.
Donahue. I'm a real Native American, not a fake one. Getting a
$5
check
Indians.
every month. Fuck them.
$5 Negroes.
Activists, reparations based on lineage.
It's not debatable. It's a smokescreen.
Look up Reparation Task Force for Boston. It ain't lineage based. There's an Asian in the force. Come on, man.
Yeah, they said they wanted to. Initially, they wanted one of the people who was an activist. They said they wanted at least 7 freedmen. That's the same thing
It
as
should be all black.
FBA, black and whatever. She wanted 7 freedmen on the panel.
Yes, yes, Honorable. That article is written by a damn immigrant. This article is written by an immigrant. They plant these stories. No person to fool. The ADOS is advocating for immigrants to get reparations from America.
Exactly. They're doing these I guess you can call them hit pieces. They're trying to change a narrative in the public opinion by having these people who have certain backgrounds to push a narrative that's not really existent on the ground.
True.
Let me move forward. I want to read a particular part. And move forward because they was talking greasy. Let's say the black immigrant households have a higher median income, $57,200, than a U.S.-born black households, $42,000, but one lower than other immigrant-led households. In Boston, the median net worth for non-immigrant black families in Boston area was $8 compared to the $12,000 for Caribbean black families, according to the 2015 study by the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston. $8. The average $8.
We know this. Tone. Shout out to Tone Talks. He gives this information out all the time. Yeah, he went over Boston, pretty much everywhere. We fucked up in this country.
Yeah, this is bad. This is the woman here who was trying to get more freedmen on the panel, but they didn't even put her on it. So she said she's still gonna fight for it. I'm trying to go down.
Rhode Island isn't a reparation plan. It needs to stop being mentioned with reparation topics.
It says, as the city debated the job of its reparation committee, Robinson Goodnight put herself forward, seeking and getting nominations for other activists and local government officials, but the Freedmen agenda drew opposition from the reparations advocates. If you relegate reparations to just slavery, then you've missed the mark. Chief Executive of Massachusetts League of Community Health Centers and former head of the Boston NAACP, because if you're Nigerian or Cape Verdean or Black Brazilian, you've experienced the same things, been stopped by police, you've been denied a job, you've been denied that bank loan. This is about repositioning a whole people.
Take your ass back to Brazil, Nigeria, and Cape Verdean. Simple thing solved. Sienna is in the spirit. AI is currently writing 44% of all online articles.
Yeah, I
agree with that.
I'm wondering if this article is written by AI.
It's bots everywhere.
Did this person even write this? Now they're talking about the Amherst Reparations Committee, and most of them are people who are considered what we would consider Pan-African or believe that all black people should get reparations. He said, "I won't back off from the word. I'm not going to shift." Shabazz, who says he can trace his ancestry back to the U.S. slavery, said at one meeting, this is reparations on a local municipal level to address harms that occurred here. Another woman said, here it goes. She said, once her daughter, the drama teacher, designed her as a monkey role. Oh, this is the woman here who's a black immigrant. She said, while she traces her lineage outside the country, raising 3 black children in Amherst means constantly putting out fires. In her story she gave, she said, my daughter at the time was young enough not to know what the message was. She's talking about a teacher calling her a monkey. She said, but I did. So I went right down to the school and I said, anytime you got a black kid in your classroom, none of them are going to be monkeys.
But the Chinese people call them monkeys over there in Africa.
And when I heard that, I said, well, in America at least, we've turned racism to mean words. When did racism be somebody call you a monkey? That's you can say that's racist. You can say that's a racist thing, but in real racism, we talking about a system,
institutionalized.
Being mean doesn't make you a part of a struggle. Somebody being mean to you and conflating you for being someone else or not being able to discern the difference don't mean your family went through the same things and have the same curses passed down from generation to generation.
Struggles.
And matter of fact, the woman who was in the article, she said reparations should not go to somebody who chose to come here. It was something you always say. You shouldn't get it. You chose to be here. There's a difference.
And you can pack your shit up in your rags anytime you're ready to go. When the shit hit the fan in America, when this shit go down, y'all gonna be the first ones out the door. We ain't got nowhere to go.
I remember.
So y'all ain't getting shit.
What's her name? Amanda Seal. when she made that joke during the George Floyd protest, and she was like, "Shout out to all my people with passports. We can just leave."
She's from Grenada.
Yeah, and I remember
her mom's side is from that.
A Pan African dude even said, "You're making me agree with the ADOS people because you're saying that you can just leave. You're making their point. You're making their point that you don't have any real ties to this land where you can just leave and be good."
They save money up. They send money back to their relatives. So when it's time to go, they got the plane ticket to go or the boat.
He got to go.
Okay, we missed a few weeks, but did y'all cover Umar showing his ass and being anti-reparations? Yes, we did. And I had to check his ass.
Yeah, he said some things. He said some stuff I agree with too, especially when it came to the black man and his duty in the black community.
As being a leader.
As being a leader. And look, you can't just go around blaming. At some point, the finger point got to stop. But I do agree, he kind of went way left on the reparations topic. And a lot of people kind of turned on him.
He's half tethered. So he's the half tethered. Just like the biracials, they're always going to just not be aligned with us.
Dual allegiance?
They do. What do they call them? Bi-ethnic? The bi-ethnic and the biracials are just, we got to cut them off. We got to cut off, you got to get the weeds and the wheats.
Yeah, I saw this right here.
Black immigrants have allowed the U.S. to promote. They are successful because they meet the immigration mandates, and now they look stupid claiming they need U.S. reparations.
It says right here, so we must be getting ready to get reparations because now major corporations are here trying to low-key claim amnesty early, talking about we were abolitionists. Our ancestry led the way. P&G descendants detailed ties to Underground Railroad. I'm not going to show the video, but basically there's a lot of corporations coming out like, we ain't had nothing to do with that. So don't come to us asking for no reparations.
Because you ain't getting shit.
We was a part of the Underground Railroad.
Our books are clean.
Y'all hands are clean.
You guys actually owe us money.
Your debt isn't going.
But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to let it go.
About 14.
And this right here, I'm not going to play this either. This is the guy talking about this thing. This was last week or the week before last. In Texas, they trying to pass a bill.
Eastwood Henderson says,
Texas from being,
I hope Umar's school fails and burns down. Without the children, after watching that video, he can kick rocks.
Go ahead.
Wow, Eastwood, that was low. I hope Umar's school fails and burns down without the children, of course. After watching that video, he can kick rocks. Now, we could disagree, but we can't take away everything that he's have said.
I can disagree with him. I can't just completely dismiss
I can't throw him in the trash as of yet. Now, he come out
saying some other things.
Saying some more stuff that is like, just, you can't come back from it. Then we'll wash his ass up and say, he Cuban.
Oh, you're going to just call him Cuban. All right. All right, this is
talking
about money and reparations.
LOL, what was that voice?
Floyd Mayweather dropped $7 million in a South African
What was
Gucci
that voice?
Blowing money fast. Floyd Mayweather dropped $7 million in a South African Gucci store, but did he break off the people? Floyd Mayweather,
brilliantly flawed, says, give y'all money, then crash the economy.
People. He allegedly spent $7 million in a Gucci store, and people asking the question, why does he take his money and stick, quote unquote, on that type of thing? I don't think he spent $7 million.
I hate to sound like I just hate all other, but why do Black Americans love going to
Eastwood Henderson
other
says,
countries and
is that y'all AI talking?
I just don't understand.
Well, sometimes I would imagine it's business opportunities. I'm pretty sure that trip wasn't random. There's a reason why they would wait for him to appear.
Well, there's something always in it for them because celebrities are selfish people.
So yeah, he didn't go there just for his health. I went there. Is that y'all AI talking? Oh, what happened? There's a weird sound.
Scorpio Satiation T says, some voices reading us the comments. WTF?
The comments. What the fuck?
Wait, what?
She talking about me.
Oh. You sure you didn't turn this on? There is a thing that reads.
Brilliantly flawed says,
damn.
Yeah, my AI talking.
Yeah, my AI talking. Oh shit, it's been reading. Sorry, y'all. I hit a thing. I hit something. Sorry.
Yeah, I think he hit something. Got to read. Let us know if it's still reading.
No, not Travis. fuck ducks.
Let us know if it's still.
What has
reading.
Umar done after?
Hold on, let me.
What has Umar done other than get a phone line to dry beg African American women for money?
I thought it was AirPods. Pause. Mute right quick. We got to mute right quick. Hold on, y'all.
Where the elevator mute. Kiefer said, "Keep it on. It's hilarious."
Yeah, we didn't even try using it.
I swear Sienna is on fire tonight. I thought it was. I thought that was my car doing that.
Yeah, we got this thing that can read comments, but we don't ever use it. All right. Wesleyan ends legacy admissions following Supreme Court decision on affirmative action. So we asked the question, are there going to be colleges, since they got rid of affirmative action, are there going to be colleges that get rid of legacy admissions? There's already some that's doing it. So
yeah.
All right.
And you know what? Okay, let it read the comments.
No, because we don't know when it's talking and when we talking, so it's gonna be talking over us.
Okay,
we can't hear. We can't hear it right now. All foster kids in California can now attend any state college for free. Governor Newsom's budget covers tuition, room, and board for foster children to attend any state university or community college. So I wonder, is the reason why they did this because a lot of the people crossing the border have children, and some of them will just get their child across the border, and those kids become foster kids. Are they giving them free college because they know a lot of these kids are going to be foreigners,
that's
Hispanic, true. Other races, or immigrants? I wonder if that has any impact on their decision to do this. Eastwood said, "Let's read the comments."
Let it read the comments. I'll be like Eastwood Henderson. Let it read the comments. Regarding the Samoans,
I agree. I think they're doing it for the immigrants. They're doing the free schooling for them.
I believe so too.
It's sad.
How old do you have to be a foster kid? I'm asking for a friend. And
to indoctrinate them, integrate them into society, make sure they can move through, because they need to replace the American population. But we're going to talk about that later, what Kamala Harris said.